Page 52, Ready to Rock. They're talking about the primary chords in close position. I already talked about it in the previous lesson. I mean, they got their whole notes and arrows going everywhere, and that looks really impressive. All they're doing is inverting them. We'll cover it briefly here. One chord in G major. The 4 chord is here, but if I want to do it in close position, I take the G and I put it on the bottom. That way I'm just going to here. And then the 5/7 chord is here. If I want to do it in close position, I put the D on top. So it's here. And then I just leave that out. So it's, I went through all that together. Okay. Ready to Rock uses the primary chords. You can see them in the right hand. Here. Measure 9, you get the 5 chords. Not the 5/7, it's the 5 chord. The 5/7 chord, you got to have the C on there. And here, that's just a 5 chord. You do get the C, but in the left hand. Okay. Now, Ready to Rock. Let's look at it. It's 2 lines long. It's repeated, but it's 2 lines of music. Treble, bass, clef, 1 sharp in the key signature. We already know it's in G major, so do the scale and arpeggio for G major, and 4/4 time. The right hand I just did, it's the whole notes. Okay. For measure 9, if you don't want to be here, you got to do that. I don't know how big your hands are. Now, it would help in music when you're getting this back and forth. If you would use a 1-2-4 fingering and then a 1-3-5. That way you're in this position, you're not moving around. If you're not going back and forth, then you go ahead and use 1-3-5. It's whichever is more convenient for you. The left hand has the octave. The letter to letter, remember, is an interval of an eighth. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an interval of an eighth. It's called an octave. 1 and 2 and 3 and rest and flat. They need the natural sign in front of the F because there's a sharp in the key signature. It would be an F sharp without it. That's sort of what the left hand is doing. Put the hands together, you just get the harmony. Rest. 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 See, on beat 4, it's the right hand by itself each time. So once I put the hands together, I get rid of any hesitations, and then I think about the articulation. And this, you can connect it or disconnect. You have to connect the eighth notes. It's got a slur. You connect those. Or connect them. That's interpretation. Which do you like better? I'm tempted to disconnect these. If they really wanted them to slur, they'd put a line over it. Here, so here. Accent. Something like that. The dynamics, forte is loud, and that's going to be the left hand. Here. Sort of loud here. It's a loud piece. Well, it's a rock piece. Okay. Then the speed. Rockin', whatever that is. 1, 2. Then you repeat it and do it all again. Ugh. Let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. We will do the repeat though. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready and go, and 3 and There's a duet for this. I'd like to play that bottom part. That's the melody. And this part you're doing is accompaniment, background. But you're going to need to go down an octave. So just pretend the middle C instead of here on the keyboard is down here. And instead of here, you're down here. You have a short keyboard and you don't have it, play the lowest one here. Start with the lowest G you have and play it there, wherever it is. We'll speed it up quite a bit and we'll play it together. We are going to repeat it now. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 2, 3. Repeat. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2. 2, 3, 4, off.